Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another episode of What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility on this Wednesday, new review day. As always, today we're going to take a look at a cool archival live set from the Grateful Dead. Now, you Deadheads probably know that they released a big gargantuan, like a 19 CD set called Friends of the Devil or Friend of the Devils, which puts together lots of different show recordings from their touring year of 1978, right? Big, humongous, like $200 19-disc collection, right? Which, all sorts of stuff for you to go out and purchase. But for those who want to take that big plunge into all that stuff, but want one of the more notable concerts from that entire set, they have released one standalone set, which is the Duke 78 set right here, recorded at Duke University in 1978. This was so Cameron Indoor Stadium, Duke University in Durham, North Carolina, April 12th, 1978. So let's take a look at this here. 3-disc set. It's basically pretty much the whole 3-hour show. As you know, the Grateful Dead played lots of long shows. This is a pretty cool little digipack here. Some nice photographs there of the band. I'll talk about who was in the band at this point in time. Let me just show you the booklet real quickly. There's the track list, of course. And then you got a nice essay about what it was like to be there that day. Kind of a missed opportunity. I wish there were more pictures in the booklet here. There's no pictures in the booklet at all. But it is a nice little read for you to kind of go through to get a little bit of the vibe of what was happening around the Grateful Dead during this year, 1978. So, of course, the lineup here is Jerry Garcia, lead guitar and vocals. You got Donna Jean Gottschall on vocals, Keith Gottschall on keyboards. Of course, the married couple, Donna and Keith, right? You got Mickey Hart on drums, Bill Kreutzmann on drums, Phil Lesh on bass and vocals, and Bob Weir rhythm guitar and vocals. So this is a really fun, energetic set. It's got great sound, really good sound, and a lot of the Grateful Dead staples of the day played here pretty expertly. I really enjoyed this. You know, it's funny because there's a million Grateful Dead live albums, both, whether it be the official live albums, the Dick's Pick stuff, or all these various things that have come out in recent years. And most serious Deadhead probably has recordings of almost every show they've ever played. So, if you've been a Deadhead fan for the last 50, 60 years, you're probably thinking, I've had this on a bootleg cassette or a download or something forever. And yeah, but for most of us other kind of somewhat normal Grateful Dead fans who maybe have the whole studio collection and maybe 5 or 10 or 15 live albums, something like this, of course, is new to us and something really good to get. So what I do is I get some of the major releases of the Dead live stuff, and I love all the studio albums, but the live stuff is usually where things get really, really interesting. So here you've got, like I said, the full show. On disc 1, it opens up with Jack Straw, really good version of that. You get Dire Wolf, and again, this is a great performance as far as like the interplay within the band. But Jerry is playing really good at this show, really, really good. There's a lot of great lead guitar work on this particular set. Dire Wolf follows that up. You got a nice upbeat Beat It On Down the Line. That's followed by Peggy O, lengthy version of that, almost 9 minutes long. You get Mama Tried, a fun Mexicali Blues. Mexicali Blues is always good. You got Funakuli Funakula. Row Jimmy on here is really good. Now, Row Jimmy is kind of like a laid-back, kind of bluesy, just kind of groovy type of thing with a great vocal. It's really good on here, and it's about 11 minutes long. You got New Minglewood Blues, which is terrific. Loser is also really good. Lazy Lightning follows that up, and then Supplication finishes out the set in rockin' fashion. Some good rockin' stuff on here. So that's disc 1. Excellent. Everything is really good on there. Disc 2, you got a really lively, upbeat, catchy, groovy Bertha, which is just a really, really fun song. That's like a party song for me when it comes to the Dead stuff. Really love Bertha on here. It's really good. Then you got, of course, their take on Good Lovin', something they've always played, which is really cool. It Must Have Been the Roses, which is nearly 9 minutes long. And then U.S. Blues, which U.S. Blues is, again, another kind of bluesy, just fun song from the Dead. Over on disc 3, you've got all sorts of epics. And like I said, I think disc 1 is like about 70 minutes long. Disc 2 is about a half hour. And disc 3 is pushing 80 minutes. So you've got... And again, I think with the exception of one aspect, which I'll get to in a second, I think disc 3 is my favorite here. But you've got a killer estimated profit, which, again, more Jerry Garcia lead guitar is always better for me. And this is 12 minutes long. It's just really good. The vocals are good. The vocal melodies are fantastic. But, man, Jerry's just going off and doing all sorts of cool psychedelic stuff. Love it. And then you got another just rousing version of Eyes of the World, which is one of my favorite Dead songs. Again, 12 minutes and change. Really, really good. Right there. Those are excellent. Here's where, again, I guess if you're there, it's different, but listening to on a live album, you got Rhythm Devils, which is like 26 minutes long. 26 minutes of lots of drum and percussion solos is way too much for me. I would, 10 minutes of that I wouldn't have minded, and granted, there's all sorts of stuff mixed up in there as well, but it's too much for me. Again, I know when you're experiencing this stuff live, it's a different story, but when you're listening to a live album all these years later, it's kind of like a momentum killer, because Estimated Profit and Eyes of the World, man, just kicks off this disc in fine fashion. But after that, you get a really good version of Truckin', which is about 9 minutes long. Again, some great jamming by the guys. Wharf Rat is almost 11 minutes long. That follows it. That's just terrific. Wharf Rat, another really cool song. And then Around and Around finishes things off at just under 9 minutes long. So as you can see, everything is lengthy on here. There's practically no short songs at all, with the exception of Mama Tried, and whether you and Finacoola, and whether you call Direwolf at just under 5 minutes long, short, I don't know. Everything else there's plenty of jamming, plenty of grooves. The keyboard work is just amazing. And yeah, the vocals are just well done. This is a very tight performance from the Dead. Sometimes I've heard lots of different recordings over the years. Some stuff it's really psychedelic and it's kind of sloppy and meandering. This isn't really that at all. This is just really, really tight playing, and the guys are really, really on this particular show. So yeah, I would easily recommend this if you're a fan, if you like the live stuff and you want a nice official version of this. Totally get. I think the cover artwork is kind of goofy, but whatever. They didn't ask me. So, but yeah, if you're a fan, go check this out. I mean, this is prime live Dead from this time period. Easily a 4.5 out of 5 star. If you like this sort of thing, if you're not a fan, well, this isn't going to sell you on the band. But I like the Dead, and when I'm in the mood for the Grateful Dead, there's nothing else like them. They're not an everyday listen for me, but I really appreciate the really good live recordings. I always love the musicianship in the band, and like I said, when I'm in the mood for the Dead, I'm in the mood for the Dead. It's not all the time, but yeah. So Duke 78 is the new triple live release. Go check it out. Visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube, all together, all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as a post. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also, down below, we got the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, our merch page, and our Cameo page, and the Sea of Tranquility membership button. That's all located below if you'd like to investigate any of those things to help out the channel. It's always greatly appreciated. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you soon here with more stuff. I am Pete Pardo. Take care. Bye-bye.